Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into something truly incredible. We're going to explore Min Jin Lee's sweeping epic, Pachinko, but we're doing it by setting the stage for an absolutely impossible family gathering. It's a conversation across time, and it's going to be intense.
I want you to picture this. It's a quiet, cold, early 20th century Korean fishing village. Just close your eyes and imagine the freezing sea breeze. There's a young woman, Sunja, looking out over that vast water, completely unaware of the immense, crushing weight of the moments ahead of her. Because right there on that shore, one decision changed 4 generations. Literally, the choices she makes in that exact spot will echo through the lives of children and grandchildren she hasn't even met yet. It's wild to think about.
Let's move to and see how this builds, tracking this family's desperate geographic and emotional migration. It's a brutal passage of time. We start in the crushing daily poverty of a 1910s Yeongdo fishing village. By the 1930s, boom, they are thrust into the visceral, grimy reality of Osaka port. Fast forward to the 1970s, and they're bathed in the glaring, dizzying lights of a neon pachinko parlor, before finally landing in the sterile, hypermodern corporate landscape of 1980s Tokyo. It's just a stunning, sprawling journey.
And here is the harsh reality. Far from home, this family tried to survive in a country that gladly accepted their backbreaking labor, but actively, constantly questioned their right to belong. I mean, think about that psychological toll. Every single street they walked down, every passing glance, was just another reminder that they were permanent outsiders. They were fighting tooth and nail for a life in a place that promised them absolutely nothing.
You can almost see the heavy, invisible walls of discrimination just closing in on them day by day. And everyone had to cope differently. You've got Sunja working relentlessly, sacrificing her own body and spirit just for mere survival. You've got Isak finding this deep, quiet strength and dignity in his faith. And then the next generation comes along, right? Noah is studying perfectly, desperately trying to just blend in and assimilate. Meanwhile, Mozasu is growing up amid that exact same poverty, but he's fueled by this deep, fiery anger.
And this brilliantly illustrates how 2 brothers navigated the exact same shame in entirely different ways. One brother, Noah, tried to completely disappear into acceptance. He altered his ambitions in this tragic pursuit of purity. He just wanted to be ordinary. He wanted a name that didn't feel like an accusation. But the other brother, Mozasu, made himself impossible to ignore. Staring down those deafening, glowing machines of a pachinko parlor, he completely refused society's expectations. He built an empire in a game that everyone knew was rigged.
The gathering. 5 voices, 1 table. Okay, now what if time and death were no longer a barrier? We are radically shifting the timeline right now. Imagine it. The timeline collapses. These separated generations are finally sitting down together at one table. Sunja, Koh Hansu, Isak, Mozasu, Solomon. They are all here, face to face, to confront their unresolved wounds and the secrets that bound them.
Did my choice decide all of your lives? Sunja asks, carrying the ultimate heavy guilt of a matriarch.
Money solves many problems. It cannot buy peace. Hansu's incredibly painful realization that his wealth and power could protect their bodies but never their hearts.
Reality without goodness eventually destroys itself. Isak striking back at Hansu with profound, quiet mercy, warning him that survival without a conscience becomes its own prison.
The board was crooked. I learned how to stay in the game. Mozasu's an unapologetic, gritty pragmatism, refusing to let a rigged world dictate his worth or his shame.
How many generations must prove that they belong? Solomon, exhausted, holding the crushing burden and unfulfilled expectations of every single ancestor before him.
So, what if the characters of Pachinko could finally tell each other the truth? What do children actually owe their parents for sacrifices they never even asked for? Is belonging just a piece of paper, a legal document, or is it built through loyalty and memory? When you're born into completely unequal odds, are you shaped by luck, by fate, or by choice? These massive, haunting debates are just hanging in the air around this table, completely unresolved.
Was their future shaped by love, sacrifice, fate, or by the secrets they passed down? Just picture an elderly Sunja, one last time, looking back across the sea, and standing silently behind her are generations of her family. Every generation inherits something. They all must choose what they pass to the next.
We have really only just set the stage here. To discover the answers, to actually experience the full emotional weight and the clash of survival and mercy in this family, you absolutely must experience the full conversation. Head directly to imaginarytalks.com/pachinko Min Jin Lee Imaginary Conversation. The gripping conclusion is waiting for you there.
This is an imaginary conversation inspired by fictional characters and themes. It does not represent real statements, interviews, or events. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.